My name's Carolina, and I've never done martial arts before.
Honestly, if somebody looks at you like that, run. Like if somebody is intending to fight you and they put their chin up way in the air, the most vulnerable position, they smile at you in your face, I'm gonna mess you up. I'm gonna kill your whole entire family. It's gonna get ugly, 100%. What is up? Welcome back. Today we're going to watch a Buzzfeed video about a black belt child versus white belt adults, or just non-martial arts training adults.
Hi, my name is Juan, and I've never done Taekwondo. You know, I love watching the movies and stuff like that.
We're not here to pick on Juan, okay? This isn't what we do this show for. It's just me in my room. That's not the Is that Scarlet Witch? Is the Doctor Strange up in here? I've got to open the portal to the Netherverse. That's pretty sure it's Minecraft. I've got to open the portal to the other multiverse where Juan is actually good at martial arts.
The movies and stuff like that, and I always think it will be bad. See you like in a fight, and I know you just like take out. Be bad.
What do you say?
See you like in a fight, and I know you just like take out. I always think it will be bad. See you like in a fight.
I think it would be bad if you
Fight, and I know you just like
if you're in a fight and out of nowhere you just like
take out.
10 count? Take out? It's not important.
And I've never done martial arts before.
I'm gonna mess you up. I'm gonna kill your whole entire family.
My name is Paris Bravo. I'm 11 years old and I'm a second-degree black belt. And today I will be going against two white belts that have zero experience.
Stop with the faces. Stop giving me close-ups of the Okay, that's a child. Maybe it's not a child now. Maybe I can make fun of her now.
Pretty positive I'll win.
I do think that from the very little I've seen, I do think she would probably win in a fight against these people.
White belt to go up against an advanced rank or even a black belt. And the main reason for that is providing you that mental edge of saying, yeah, I can do that.
His thought process here is by putting white belts against black belts, you can see that as a white belt, you can do it. But you don't want to give a white belt so much confidence that they're like, oh, well, I can already beat up a black belt now. Why do I need to keep training?
The first level will be having their upper body strength. We're going to be breaking a board. You go
Start the lawnmower.
harder. Trust me, I won't cry. Good. Now you're ready.
I love a good funny
Now
karate.
using an actual board.
I think this is karate, actually. I haven't...
Splinter.
A little weird that this guy's first reaction to a board being broken, which he knew was going to happen, was... Oh, just do it already.
Splinter.
That doesn't help.
Follow through.
What the heck?
Just bow. I actually thought the board was gonna break me, but I broke the board, so I feel really big right now.
Breaking boards is, I'm not going to say it's easy, because obviously it's not easy, but he's right. The key to usually breaking boards is to hit through the thing and not hit the skin of it, if you will.
We'll test their lower body or their kicking ability.
No.
There you go.
These around house kick.
First thing you want to do is you want to twist. Okay. The power comes from your hips. Okay. Kick.
Harder?
Yeah. Twist your hips.
We'd like to see a little bit less of just a straight line from right here up, where the knee doesn't turn over, the foot doesn't turn over, this foot's not moving at all. He's just kind of slinging it up there. Now, not too different from like a Thai roundhouse kick. The only difference is once he gets to right about here, he would rotate it over. Very square stance, the leg comes up pretty quick, whoom, and then they rotate it at the end. They sling that arm around. I'd like to see a little more knee bend. I'd like to see it go knee bend, and then at the very end extend it. You can decide to go like with the baseball bat method of swinging your leg, but don't be up on your tippy toes while you do it. We'd like to see it rotate a little bit more. If these are karate people, which it looks like they might be, there's no real indication of what exactly it is. It could be anything, to be honest. They would probably want to see a little bit more extension at the end, so the knee is bent and then it goes whap at the very end. A little less baseball batty.
Harder.
Now he's starting to flick the kick a little bit more. This is like an interesting way to teach it, but for their balance sake, but it kind of inhibits any movement of the shoulder to the opposite side, whang, and really get any power.
Harder.
Boom.
Come on, Juan.
Yeah, you're kind of teaching him that he doesn't need to move his shoulders at all. Like his shoulders shouldn't turn. For kicks that hit with the foot, a lot of people don't like it. I don't care. I kind of like kicks that hit with the foot itself. I do think that you should make the kicks that hit with the foot rather than the shin a little bit more whip-like. If you're gonna go like kind of baseball batty where the whole leg moves as one, then hit with the shin. Sure, makes sense. If you're gonna hit with the foot though, whip it a little bit more. You're not trying to move like an entire human body. You're trying to dig into something, or if you're hitting the head with the foot, you're trying to...
I need to work on my strength more.
No, you need to work on the kick. Hopefully he was like, no, I mean, you could do it. You can absolutely do it with how strong you are now. You just suck. Hip was still very much so facing the guy, but he broke the board, I guess. That's the point. A lot of false confidence here that he's getting from this video, and obviously the instructor's not gonna be like, hey, okay, let's calm it down. It's still not good, but that would be mean. And then he hit the whip.
I'm ready.
Nice kick. Interesting. So, like I mentioned before, the main key to breaking boards is to go through it. Instead of going pop, which she would probably do on a pad, bang and then rechamber it, she goes boom and she sits it all the way through. Boom. She is cool though.
Footwork is first one to get a punch or a kick in the person that will get that point.
I don't know, I guess I've been scared to get my ass kicked.
The worst thing that could happen is I look bad because I get my ass kicked or I kick the kid's ass.
Well, the second one's not gonna happen.
The bottom line is that a white belt should be able to spar with a black belt, not because it's an ego challenge, but rather than a self-challenge, finding himself or herself.
Finding him or herself getting her butt kicked by a black belt. A lot of people hate on the idea of giving children black belts. I don't know how long this girl's been training. I think it's more designed to be an accomplishment for a lot of schools now, especially the way it is right now, rather than like a, hey, you can fight. Lots of schools don't even teach sparring, so they don't have black belts involved. Lots of Okinawan schools, from what I understand, don't teach sparring. They have lots of black belts. A kid being a black belt is like, if you get upset that a kid gets a black belt, especially if they earned it. They spent 7 years, which is how long lots of adults take to get their black belt, and some of their most athletically growing, learning, like enhancing years, they then study this thing just like they do in school, and then when they finish it, they get a diploma, a black belt. I don't have an issue with it. I don't feel like their black belt makes mine seem less good. I am self-aware enough that somebody else's abilities don't make mine look worse. I know what I put into my black belt, so it doesn't really bother me. Lots of people it will make upset, but if you're wondering, Seth, how do you feel about this 11-year-old black belt? I could not care less.
Again!
Okay, a very bouncy stance, hands down. That seemed a little staged.
She's
Definitely
really,
a little
really
staged.
strong. That's girl power right there.
Again!
First mistake, don't look down at the feet. Look right at about the sternum, right here. You'll see all of the things you need to see in your peripherals, which are the shoulders moving, the hips moving. You don't need to see the foot directly coming at you. If you look down, you're gonna get punched in the head. Now, he does manage to swat this thing here, but that's not indicative of any fighting skill. The kick was a decent bit away, and he slapped it a foot. I wouldn't recommend that. Oh, I see, this is choreographed. Got it. This is choreographed. Seth, how can you tell it's choreographed? She throws a front kick, he steps back, she's smiling. He's like, oh yeah, this one's to the outside this time, right? And she's like, no, oh yes, shoot, it is. Boom, and then it cuts to a different angle. Let's be honest, the same camera. Boom, and an arm throw.
So I lost, and it shows how different it could be, and just because they're little doesn't mean that they're not dangerous.
Skilled, yes. Dangerous, less so. Kids are obviously much less developed with muscles and strength than we are as adults. Probably more skilled, probably more athletic. More capable, maybe not. That doesn't mean kids shouldn't be able to earn things that you earn too, just because you're an adult and salty.
I lost the match, but it's fine.
This is the most exercise I've done.
They did like 3 things.
It was a great time.
Right!
Seems like a nice group of people. This one is Kid MMA Fighter, so it doesn't really say the skill level, but MMA Fighter, buzzwords, Buzzfeed, versus adults.
Fighting a kid, that doesn't sound so great when you think of it like that.
I do not have any experience with fighting.
I do not have any experience fighting children. Or adults.
I've only watched it on TV, in bars. Afraid I'm gonna pull a Ronda Rousey and talk a bunch of shit and then get my ass knocked out.
Everybody who fights talks a bunch of crap and then gets knocked out. That's how it goes.
She's not going to be ready for the amount of avoiding that I'm going to be doing today.
I can't wait to fight this child.
Me, every time I'm on an airplane with a screaming baby.
Hi, my name is Taya Gutierrez. I'm 12 years old and I specialize in jiu-jitsu and MMA fighting. Since I was 9 years old, I've been doing striking, Muay Thai, boxing, and also judo and wrestling.
That's a whole lot of training. And for a child, man, that's a lot of classes a week. And if you're going to school too, let me think. I mean, like, it's not like she can just like opt out of school. Maybe she can, I don't know. I'm just gonna say it right now, so help me. If one of you say that I look like this guy right here, I'm gonna be ticked, okay? Yeah, like, we kind of look a little similar. Maybe our haircut's kind of the same. Maybe we both have a bad beard and a kind of crooked nose and beady little shark eyes. But other than that, we don't look anything alike, man. For real, I'm telling you, if you say it, I'm gonna be irate. So, don't.
MMA challenges. A grappling challenge to escape from bottom. Our other challenges will be with Hixo, a company designed to count your punches, the speed of your punches, and then count the intensity. Final event, we'll have the adults try to evade Taya's strikes.
Okay, cool. I like that. Let's not punch the child in the head. I'm cool with that. Adults try to escape Taya's hold.
Taya, escape the adult's mount position.
So the text and what's actually happening is not the same at all.
So basically, I'm going to try to make sure Taya doesn't flip me over.
Yep.
That's accurate. Did they try? They didn't try. He doesn't look like me. You're thinking it again. I mean, there was little to no effort on either part there. Granted, it's awkward. You're sitting on top of a child. I'd probably want to get thrown off too.
That's how we're going to calculate the intensity score. It's going to be 3 minutes of straight punching. The goal is to get
3 minutes?
as high as you can.
Bro, you should have gone for a minute, honestly. Taya's probably going to be a little tired. She's a child, so they don't have like a gas tank ending. It's just limitless. And the adults are going to be done within 30 seconds max. Good punches. How long was that? That was, yeah. So you can see later on in the rounds, they're cutting between like 47 seconds. Like now she's going like body shots because she's probably exhausted. I mean, oh, that's a rest time. 660 punches. Punch for 3 minutes straight. That's hard. Why'd they have him do 3 minutes? The guy's trying to go super hard. 42 seconds left. Oh, he's gassed. 12, 11. Yeah, they both look like they're hurting. 660 compared to 225. They both tried to punch a little too hard, I think. Nobody cares about the velocity. I guess the average velocity, sure, 4 miles an hour. So hers were less intense, less powerful, and like a third of the punches. His also had less intensity. How do they measure intensity? I don't know, but they had more velocity to them. Final round, adults try to dodge Taya's hits for 5 minutes. 5 minutes? These people are going to move around for like 30 seconds and be huffing and puffing like somebody taped their nostrils shut.
When you make yourself into a ball, you can't be hurt as much, so that's my plan.
I'm scared. I'm about to go up.
I wish they would
See
try.
what happens.
Okay, go.
This is like pretty much every rough and rowdy event is just somebody running around like this, except if this person was untrained, just more aggressive. She tapped out with how much time? I need to know how much time was left.
She tapped out.
There's no accurate way to know. That was super anticlimactic.
Nice, there you go.
Mistake number one. Look how he just kind of like looks around. He's looking down. He looks down over here, then he whips his head back around. Not really covering his head at all.
There you go.
Reaching out. Touching me. Touching you. That was super boring.
Put up a good fight, but you know, I still managed to get a few good shots in there.
Oh, hit her with the Kobe turnaround. He was just. Kobe.
Brian fires away. It's gone!
Someday, I hope I'm a mixed martial artist like you, Taya.
This adult man is like, I hope that one day I can teach this girl a lesson. One day I can compete, you know? I'm gonna train my whole life. I'm gonna get back in that cage. I'm gonna get my vengeance against that 12-year-old girl. She will not make me look like an idiot again. And no, I don't look like Sensei says. Stop saying it. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. Send me more videos that you'd like for me to react to on Instagram @sensei_Seth or comment them. Don't comment a link though, because the algorithm will make sure I don't see it. Until next time, thanks for hanging out. Subscribe.